Hi everyone, it's Gemma Fairclough-Haynes here from Orchard Employment Law, and I appreciate it's been more than a little while since I last did a video. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you about a couple of things, well, three things really. I'd like to know what you'd like to know. So if you can tell me if you've got any sort of questions that I could do some content on, and give some help on. I'd like to talk to you about today's briefing and the fact that there's going to be some help available for employers. So before you lay off staff or before you make redundancies, um, if you can, then just wait, because there is more help available now. And finally, I'd like to speak to you about my experience as a mom working from home with a child who's not at school. So yeah, firstly, any questions that you have for me, I'd really appreciate it if you could let me know what those are, because it would help me to help others and to help you. And then I plan on doing videos more frequently. Perhaps I can answer those questions. I've already provided fact sheets for my clients. I've done a video Zoom call for a childcare business specialist, and I've done an interview in the Daily Mail that was on Wednesday. So have a look at that, because that may answer some of your questions, as well as our blogs also. And if you are subscribed to our newsletters, then we always send out free information. If you're not, then drop us an email and let us know that you'd like to be subscribed to our videos. So it's info@orchardemploymentlaw.co.uk. Okay, so secondly, the thing that I want to talk to you about today is there's some good news. You know, it's been a really kind of horrific week this week. We have been exceptionally busy. We've been very busy for the past 6 months, but this month we have been even busier than usual, and it has all centered around COVID-19. There have been lots of people who have lost their jobs, lots of employers who don't know where they stand, don't know what to do. Most of them want to do the right thing, but of course they've got limited resources. So to hear the Prime Minister or the Chancellors say today that he is going to give 80% of the wages, up to £2,500 per employee for any type of business, and backdate that to the 1st of March is really, really good news. I'm hoping that that can save a lot of people's jobs. It's going to be a hard time for a lot of us. And if that can help both businesses and employees, if that can help people to stay at home and to help stop spread the virus, then that's a really, really, really good thing. So that's the first thing that came out of that. And then, on a non-employment law note, there was some help in that briefing as well for self-employed people. And although Richie was very vague about what help will be available for workers, he did say that tomorrow there will be some information, more specific information about how workers' wages will be calculated. I'm guessing it might be a little bit like than the way they calculated holiday pay back in the day, looking at maybe the past 12 weeks or so, but we don't know as yet. So yeah, some breath of fresh air, a bit of good news. Also, I wanted to talk to you about my experience. So, many of you know that I'm a mom to a wonderful 10-year-old, and some of you will know that my daughter's school actually closed on Tuesday because they had a suspected case of COVID and they needed to close for a deep clean. So on Tuesday, we came home and my daughter was incredibly excited. You can't imagine. She was like, woohoo, no school. And so for the past couple of days, it's been fine. She's been working around me. I've given her some filing to do. She's kind of taken it easy. That is until today, when obviously it hit her that she doesn't know when she's going back to school, because in between the time that the school closed for the deep clean, the announcement that all children who are not key worker children won't be going to school from today hit her, and as an only child she found that really difficult. I found it really difficult. It's opened my eyes. I've worked from home. We have an office now, but I worked from home for the best part of 10 years. And I've worked from home, but obviously my child's always been at school or at nursery, or I've had my husband or another adult in the house who can help me with entertaining my daughter. And today was really difficult because in addition to her being at home, and she's quite good at entertaining herself, we also were required to do a bit of schoolwork. And this isn't like when you get homework and the child already knows what they're doing. She's also been expecting me, rightly so, to be that teacher to help and guide her through things that are perhaps a little bit tricky and that she hasn't understood, coupled with a few meltdowns over feeling really isolated, not being able to go to her friend's sleepover. It has resulted in a few tears, and I'm not going to lie, that's had an impact on myself as well. So, as a working mom, and also as an employer, it's really making me realize that it's great that we are able now to work from home. But for parents, this is not the same as just working from home. When you're working from home around dependents, whether that be children or elderly, or perhaps you've got a sick partner, and you're required to be at then, to tend to their needs, whether it be stimulation or stopping to cook meals, making sure they've got enough to eat, stopping to maybe go for a walk. It's not the same. So even as an employer, I'm urging you to be a little bit more lenient in terms of what you're expecting in the output. That doesn't mean let your staff take the mickey. Now it is really important, and it's always important, but especially now it's really important that we're productive where we can be, because we need to keep that economy going, both on an individual business basis and on a national basis. But from my experience, I'm saying just be kind and think about how practical it really will be from next week onwards, when your staff are working from home around children who are not at school, but not just not at school, are also requiring their attention to help them with homework, lunches, snacks. They never seem to stop eating, actually. That's another thing. They never seem to stop eating. So yes, thank you very much for having a quick listen. It's not the most professional video. I am at home. I'm in my casual clothes. Did put on a bit of lippy for you guys. Do drop me a line if you need any help employment law wise and you can't find the information in a lot of the free resources that we are providing, and you don't feel like it's so individual you can't drop a line on here, then do get in contact with us at info@orchardemploymentlaw.co.uk. Bye for now.